You have 20 tabs open right now. You're watching tutorials, you're reading threads, listening to podcasts, probably analyzing your competitors, and you tell yourself that you're just preparing, that you're doing your due diligence before you take the leap. You tell your family and your friends that you're working on a new project, that you're starting a new business. But you and I both know that that's a lie. You're not researching, you're just stalling. You see, information gathering has become your favorite coping mechanism because it's the ultimate safe space. Because as long as you're learning, you can feel like an entrepreneur without ever having to risk actually failing. You don't have to face the humiliation of an email getting ignored, or your idea falling flat, or something you launch getting absolutely zero attention. So you get this dopamine every time you save a new business strategy or organize a spreadsheet, and you mistake that chemical hit for actual progress. But the truth is, you haven't really built anything. You're just standing at the edge of the pool reading a book on how to swim while the water just sits there. So let's talk about why your brain is doing this to you. Because it's a trap that almost every single entrepreneur falls in. You see, your brain really hates friction. So its primary job isn't to make you rich or free or successful. Its job is to keep you safe and comfortable. So in the modern world, the easiest way for your brain to keep you safe while still feeding you ambition is to simulate progress. So think about it. If you spend your evening watching videos on how to scale a business or how to be productive, you lay on your pillow feeling like a warrior. You feel like you did that work. The reality is your bank account didn't change, your product didn't get built, your concept didn't get fully built out, and nobody knows you exist yet. So you are addicted to the concept of being an entrepreneur, but you are completely terrified of the friction required to become one. So you see, when I first started my own business, I honestly thought I needed everything mapped out perfectly. I thought I needed the perfect software, the perfect setup, the perfect routine, and like a deep, flawless understanding of the market. So I wasted months and months looking at concepts, micromanaging unnecessary details, and reading random guides written by people who probably haven't executed a real idea in years. And what changed was I realized that the market doesn't really care about your preparation. The market only responds to execution. So you can have all the theoretical knowledge in the world, but if you don't actually put an offer out there for people to see, then someone with half your intellect and twice your drive is going to beat you every single day of that week. So really, 0% of your knowledge matters until it hits reality. And so now you're probably going to be asking me, how do you break out of this loop? And how do you stop rotting in the research phase? And honestly, what I did to stop that was I implemented this rule in my life called the 70-30 rule of action. And so from that day forward, I banned myself from consuming information unless it directly solved a problem that I was facing right that second. If I didn't have a business model working yet, then I didn't get to watch videos on how to manage a massive team if I haven't reached out to a single client or customer. So I didn't get to read articles about how to optimize a contract or watch videos about someone hiring somebody or whatever, because I only needed to learn what the next microscopic step was. So my day was 70% execution and 30% targeted learning. So if you need to set up a digital tool or a landing page, you shouldn't watch a 3-hour course on software management. You should open the tool, try to build it, and then when you get stuck, you should look up how to fix that one specific problem, and then you close the tutorial and go back to building. So you have to be comfortable with the messy middle. You have to accept that your first attempt is going to look very unpolished, your first pitch is going to sound incredibly horrible, and your first 2 months is probably going to result in zero profit. And that embarrassment is the tax you pay for entering the game of entrepreneurship. So the magic you are looking for is hidden in the work that you are avoiding. So no, you don't need another podcast, you don't need to read another course, you don't need to watch these random people have crazy routines that don't apply to you. You probably already know enough to start, but you just don't want to deal with the discomfort of being a beginner. And that's understandable, because in reality, no one does. So what I think you should do is I think you should close those 20 tabs, I think you should focus on one singular thing that you want to do and stop looking for one more piece of permission from a screen. Go build your broken version today.